Thy Motivation presents Navigating Anxiety. Today's video is all about anxiety. We'll share helpful ways to deal with it confidently. Whether you feel worried sometimes or a lot, this video is tips to manage anxiety better. Come along as we talk about what causes anxiety, how it affects daily life, and most importantly, how to feel better when things are uncertain. Anxiety is a feeling of worry and unease that can show up physically and mentally, making your heart race, muscles tense, and mind unable to focus. It's normal to feel anxious sometimes, as it helps us prepare for tough situations, but too much anxiety can make life hard to handle. Our bodies release stress hormones when we're anxious, helping us react quickly to danger, but if anxiety keeps happening for no reason, it might be a problem. Sometimes, anxiety can be useful, pushing us to solve problems and do our best, like feeling nervous before a big test. But if anxiety gets overwhelming, it can cause lots of problems. Things like long-term stress, past traumas, and genetics can make anxiety worse, leading to conditions that need professional help. In short, while anxiety is a natural response to stress, it's important to know when it's too much and get help to manage it for a healthier mind and body. Anxiety can show up in many ways, affecting how we feel and how our bodies react. Here are some common signs. Physical signs. 1. Fast heartbeat. Anxiety can make your heart beat really fast, like it's ready for action. 2. Tense muscles. You might feel tightness in your chest, shoulders, or jaw when you're anxious. 3. Shallow breathing. Anxiety can make you breathe quickly and not deeply enough, sometimes making you feel like you can't catch your breath. 4. Sweating. Feeling sweaty, especially in your hands, armpits, or forehead, is common when you're anxious. 5. Upset stomach. Anxiety can mess with your stomach, causing things like nausea, stomach cramps, or trouble going to the bathroom. 6. Shaking. Some people shake or tremble, especially in their hands or legs, when they're anxious. Emotional signs. 1. Worry. Anxiety often brings lots of worrying about things that might happen in the future. 2. Irritability. Feeling easily annoyed or on edge can happen when you're anxious. 3. Restlessness. It can be hard to sit still or relax when you're feeling anxious. 4. Fear of losing control. Anxiety might make you feel like you're losing control of yourself or what's happening around you. 5. Trouble concentrating. Anxiety can make it tough to focus on things or remember stuff. 6. Feeling something bad will happen. Sometimes, anxiety makes you feel like something really bad is going to happen, even if there's no real danger. These signs can be different for everyone and can change depending on the situation. Recognizing these signs is the first step to managing anxiety better. Anxiety disorders come from a mix of things like genes, life experiences, how we think, and our biology. Here's how each part plays a role. 1. Genetics. Family history. Anxiety disorders can run in families, meaning if someone in your family has it, you might be more likely to get it too. Genetic variations. Certain changes in our genes might make us more prone to anxiety by affecting how our brain handles stress. 2. Environment. Early life experiences. Tough stuff like trauma or neglect in childhood can make anxiety more likely when we grow up because it messes with how we learn to handle stress. Stressful events. Long-term stress from things like money problems or relationship issues can make anxiety worse by overwhelming our ability to cope. Social factors. Our relationships and the society we live in can also impact anxiety. If we're isolated or lack support, we might be more prone to anxiety. 3. Psychological factors. Personality. Certain personality traits, like being a perfectionist or very sensitive, might make us more prone to anxiety because they affect how we react to stress. Thought patterns. Negative thinking patterns, like always expecting the worst or worrying too much, can keep anxiety going. Learned behaviors. Avoiding situations that trigger anxiety can make it worse over time because it reinforces the fear. 4. Biological factors. Chemical imbalance. Changes in brain chemicals like serotonin can mess with mood and stress responses, making anxiety worse. Brain structure. Differences in certain parts of the brain involved in emotions and fear can also play a role in anxiety. Ways to handle anxiety is super important for giving people the power to deal with anxiety disorders better. 1. Breathing exercises and muscle relaxation can calm your body down when you're feeling stressed. 2. Mindfulness meditation helps you focus on the present moment without judgment, reducing worry and building resilience. 3. Cognitive restructuring helps you challenge and change negative thoughts that make you anxious, making you feel better overall. 4. Staying active and doing things you love boosts your mood and helps you feel less anxious. 5. Exposure therapy gradually exposes you to things that make you anxious, helping you get used to them and feel less anxious over time. 6. Regular exercise is great for your mental health, lowering anxiety and boosting your mood. 7. Eating well, sleeping enough, and avoiding too much alcohol or caffeine all help support your mental health. 8. Having supportive friends or joining groups where you can talk about your anxiety can make a big difference in how you feel. It's okay to ask for help when anxiety feels overwhelming. Here's why. 1. Normalizing help. Lots of people deal with anxiety, so reaching out is nothing to be ashamed of. It's like going to the doctor when you're sick. It shows you're taking care of yourself. 2. Being kind to yourself. Treat yourself with kindness, just like you would a friend. Anxiety doesn't mean you're weak, it's a natural reaction to stress. Take time for activities that make you feel good, whether it's going for a walk or doing something creative. 3. Changing negative thoughts. Don't be hard on yourself. Replace critical thoughts with kind ones. Remind yourself it's okay to seek help and that you deserve support. By making it normal to ask for help and being kind to yourself, you create a positive environment for dealing with anxiety. Remember, you're not alone, and reaching out is a brave step towards feeling better.
I also struggled a lot with anxiety and depression.
I have some sort of anxiety, depression, something that's changed my whole life.
I think the thing is about anxiety is that it comes in phases and it's different for everybody.
This is the age that we live in. We're not actually communicating with each other. We are unconsciously communicating lies.
I was not in a good mental place, and I wasn't really dealing with it. I wasn't going to therapy. I wasn't talking to my friends. Nobody knew. I would just go home at night after hanging out with my friends and I would just cry in my bed.
My mom sat me down when I was probably 18. And when I was 18 said, if you start to feel like you are twisting things around you and you start to feel like there is no sunlight around you and you are paralyzed with fear, this is what it is and here's how you can help yourself. And I, got on a prescription when I was really young to help with my anxiety and depression, and I still take it today, and I have no shame in that.
And the only way progression is going to happen is by talking about it and by allowing everybody to talk about it, it just becomes more of a normal thing. And hopefully in 10 years from now, nobody is really worried about it. And hopefully 10 years from now, we have better ways of dealing with it because people talk about it.